What does it mean to be truly educated? This question, seemingly straightforward, often elicits a myriad of responses. Many associate education with classrooms, textbooks, and degrees. Yet the essence of education stretches far beyond these tangible elements. Education is not simply the accumulation of knowledge, nor the attainment of academic qualifications. It's not about how many facts you can memorize or how many equations you can solve. Instead, it's about understanding the world around you. It's about developing the ability to think critically, to question, and to make informed decisions. Let's take a step back and consider this. Being educated is about managing well the circumstances you encounter daily. It's about evaluating situations appropriately as they arise, and rarely missing the suitable course of action. Education is about being honorable in dealings with all people, bearing easily what is unpleasant or offensive in others, and being as reasonable with associates as is humanly possible. But that's not all. Being educated also means having control over one's pleasures, and not being unduly overcome by misfortunes. It involves bearing up under them bravely and in a manner worthy of our common nature. In essence, being educated is about making wise and courageous choices under any circumstances. It's about the ability to discern between wisdom and foolishness, good and bad, virtue and vulgarity. This discernment, this ability to choose wisely and courageously, is what truly defines an educated person. So next time someone asks, what does it mean to be truly educated? Remember, it's not about the degrees or the academic accolades. Instead, think of the bird navigating the sky, the squirrel climbing the trees, the fish swimming in the sea, and the rabbit burrowing into the ground. Each one educated in their own way, each one making choices that best suit their circumstances and abilities. If they can discern between wisdom and foolishness, good and bad, virtue and vulgarity, they are truly educated. And that, my friends, is the essence of education. Imagine a school in a forest attended by a variety of animals. The students included a bird, a squirrel, a fish, a dog, a rabbit, and an eel with its own unique challenges. A curriculum was devised meant to give a broad-based education including flying, tree climbing, swimming, and burrowing. The intention was noble, but the execution was flawed. The bird, a natural at flying, found itself struggling when it came to burrowing. Its beak and wings weren't designed for digging, and the poor creature started failing. Soon, its flying grades began to suffer too, and tree climbing and swimming were entirely out of its league. The squirrel, a champion tree climber, was in deep water, literally, when it came to swimming. The fish, unsurprisingly, was an excellent swimmer, but was practically grounded when it came to any activity outside its aquatic environment. The dog, feeling unheard, decided to rebel, demanding that barking be included in the curriculum. The rabbit, an expert burrower, was having a hard time climbing trees. It kept falling, and unfortunately ended up with a brain injury that affected even its burrowing skills. The eel, who was considered less intelligent, managed to do everything halfway and ended up being the class valedictorian. The board of this forest school was delighted. They believed they were providing a broad-based education, but were they really? In this forest school, every creature was being evaluated on skills that were not their natural strengths. The bird was penalized for not being able to burrow, and the fish for its inability to fly. Each animal had its own unique strengths, but the system failed to recognize and nurture them. So what does a broad-based education really mean? Is it merely about learning a little bit of everything, or should it be about recognizing and fostering individual strengths? This is a question worth pondering as we navigate through the diverse and complex landscape of education. A broad-based education prepares the student for life without losing their areas of specialization or competence. This statement encapsulates the essence of a well-rounded education. You see, a broad-based education is akin to a buffet of knowledge. It offers a variety of subjects, allowing students the opportunity to taste different disciplines and delve deeper into those that ignite their passions. However, it's crucial to remember that while we strive for this educational breadth, we must not neglect the depth of individual talents. Just like in our forest school, each student, or in this case animal, has its unique strengths. The bird excels at flying, the squirrel at climbing, and the fish at swimming. It's not about mastering every subject, but rather harnessing those strengths and nurturing them, all while gaining a basic understanding of other areas. This approach fosters well-rounded individuals, capable of handling real-world scenarios with wisdom and courage. We must remember we are all gifted with some strengths. Consider the hummingbird and the ostrich. Though they share the common identity of being birds, their abilities couldn't be more different. The hummingbird, diminutive yet impressive, weighs merely 1/10 of an ounce. This small size grants it the agility to perform intricate maneuvers, like fluttering its wings 75 times in a single second. This rapid beating enables the hummingbird to hover in place, sipping sweet nectar from blossoms, a feat no other bird can accomplish. On the other hand, we have the ostrich, the largest bird on our planet. Despite tipping the scales at 300 pounds, it cannot take to the skies. Yet, it possesses a unique strength of its own. Its powerful legs propel it across the ground at a staggering 50 miles per hour, each stride stretching 12 to 15 feet. Every creature, every person, has their own unique strengths. In conclusion, what does it mean to be educated? Not a mere collection of academic degrees nor the mastery of a single skill. Rather, being educated is an amalgamation of different factors. It's about managing circumstances wisely, judging situations appropriately, and rarely missing the suitable course of action. It's about being honorable in dealings, bearing the unpleasant with grace, and maintaining reasonableness in all interactions. Education is not just about learning to control pleasures and bear up under misfortunes, but about doing so bravely, in a manner worthy of our common nature. More than anything, it's about the power to choose wisely and courageously under any circumstances, between wisdom and foolishness, between good and bad, between virtuousness and vulgarities. So, just as the hummingbird and the ostrich utilize their unique strengths, being educated is about understanding and utilizing our unique strengths to navigate the world around us wisely.
What's your next step towards greatness? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other.